It's no secret COVID-19 has significantly impacted schools. Between lost instructional time, modified teaching guidelines to uphold safety standards, and the adjustment to online learning, the pandemic challenged schools in many ways. Alexis Thrower checked in with a few East Texas schools to see how they've been holding up.
Every part of that day for the school child's experience was changed somehow.
Like all schools, Carthage and Hallsville ISD have taken measures to protect students and staff while keeping COVID infection numbers as low as possible. They still ran into their fair share of challenges, many of which started back in March.
We had to do a lot of pivot and shift with lunches and meals and academic services delivery.
To tackle the pandemic, East Texas schools prioritized parent education.
The parents will call in. They have a lot of questions, and we've been trained to, help them understand what COVID is and how we're helping them help their kids.
At Hallsville ISD, changes at the end of the 2019-2020 academic year were an eye-opener.
The biggest challenge for us was making sure that we had enough computers to get out so that if we did have to have a shutdown, and at one point we were actually trying to run concurrent virtual learning at home, also with brick and mortar students.
Cullum says Hallsville ISD faced the same challenges all schools face nationally when it comes to educating students in a pandemic.
Because you've got a continual inflow and outflow of kids back and forth on different timelines, and they're at home for 10 or 14 days and then they're back. And then you've got another group that comes in and comes back.
Despite implementing every safety precaution, East Texas schools still saw COVID cases. Cullum says that since August, Hallsville has had 57 staff members and around 100 students test positive for COVID-19. That doesn't take into account the number of students who had to be quarantined. Even with Hallsville's positivity rate, that's still less than 1% of their staff total and 2% of their student population.
For this school year, since before December, and when school started, we had 67 positive cases with the teachers and faculty and staff and the kids. And then we had one thing that was really big was the 522 students we had to quarantine.
Porter said there was a major benefit in quarantining over 500 Carthage ISD students to better reduce the COVID count in the future.
But one shout out is to our nurses, our school nurses, because they've really stepped up with the required reporting to TEA and CDC and things like that.
Cullum reminds the community to stick together through this rough time.
There really needs to be a deep appreciation for what our staff are having to deal with. Our parents as well. I mean, we are all in this together. And I think the more we continue to work together to understand how to manage what we're dealing with, the pandemic situation, the better off that community will be.
Carthage is also offering COVID-19 testing for students and staff members to better monitor a possible uptick in cases.